Hey everybody, it's Read Comics 81, and this is the top 50 books in my collection. I've got a little bit of everything. I've got old books, new books, key issues, hard to find books, and these aren't going to be in any real particular order, except for maybe like the top 20 or so. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So first up, we've got The Adventures of Sly Cooper, #1, just a really tough book to find. Next up is another hard book to find, and this is Cyber Frog #1, near mint copy of that. Next up, I've got Ice Cream Man from Image Comics #1, near mint copy. Next is Static #1, the Platinum Edition. And most of these books I'm going to show are either in top loaders or they're in Mylar, so I apologize for the glare. Next up is Superman 75, the Platinum Edition, still sealed in the poly bag. And next is The Incredible Hulk #377, third printing, real tough book to find. Alright, move it along. Next up is The New Teen Titans #2, first appearance of Deathstroke. Next I've got The Amazing Spider-Man #238, first appearance of the Hobgoblin, near mint newsstand copy, and it does have the tattoos inside. This next book would have been higher up on the list, but the condition is a little bit not the best, probably VF minus copy. And this is Adam Legend of the Blue Marvel #1, tough book to find. Here's a hot book, Sweet Tooth #1. This book is signed by Jeff Lemire, and a really good story and excellent art too, if you ever get a chance to check this out. Next up is one of the few DC books in my collection. This is Batman #635, first appearance of Jason Todd as the Red Hood. Nice high-grade copy of that. And next up is The Amazing Spider-Man #361, first appearance of Carnage, near mint copy. Alright, next book is a big one, literally. And that is Superman versus The Amazing Spider-Man #1. Nice high-grade copy of that. First official crossover book of Marvel and DC. Really good book. All right. Next up is Journey into Mystery #103. First appearance of the Executioner, and more importantly, the first appearance of the Enchantress. So happy to have that. Next up is first appearance of one of my favorite villains, and that is Bullseye, and this is Daredevil #131, complete with Marvel value stamp. Next we have Journey into Mystery #114, the first appearance of another one of my favorite villains, and that is the Absorbing Man. Nice high-grade copy of this book. Alright, next up is Fantastic Four #13, first appearance of the Watcher, and also the first appearance of the Red Ghost and his Super Apes. This would have been higher up on the list too, but the back cover has some damage to it. Alright, next up is Batman 423 with that classic Todd McFarlane cover. First printing, nice near mint copy of this. Really good book to have, even with that incomplete moon. Yeah, good book. All right, next up is a tough book to find, and this is X-Men #11 with that classic Jim Lee cover. And this has the silver background because this is the Pressman edition. Really tough book to find and really expensive too. This is a near mint copy. Okay, next up is Savage She-Hulk #1. First appearance of the She-Hulk. Get these out of the way. Alright, next up is a low printed book. This is San Diego Comic-Con Comics #2. And this is the first appearance of Hellboy. And this was limited to 1,500 copies. Alright. Next up is one of the few slabs that I have in my collection, and that is New Mutants '98. First appearance of Deadpool, and this is a CGC 9.4 with white pages. Really good book to have right now. This book is blowing up, so it'll be interesting to see what this book tops out at. Alright. Move on to the next stack here. Next book is The Amazing Spider-Man #194. This is the first appearance of Felicia Hardy, the Black Cat. This is a nice, probably near mint copy of this, and 1979 direct edition. And it is also signed by cover artist Keith Pollard on the inside, the first page of the book. Next up, I got this for a steal before this book got hot. This is Fantastic Four King Size Special #6, also known as Annual #6. This is the first appearance of Annihilus and Baby Franklin Richards. Alright, next up is an incredibly hot book right now. This is Conan the Barbarian #23. This is the first full appearance of Red Sonja. Don't let anybody tell you different. And this is a nice high-grade copy of that. Alright, next up is Daredevil, the Man Without Fear #7. First appearance of Daredevil's red costume. Love this book. Alright, next up is a near mint copy of Marvel Superhero Secret Wars #8. The origin of Spider-Man's black costume. Not the first appearance. That's an Amazing Spider-Man 252. This is the origin of his black costume. And speaking of Amazing Spider-Man 252, there it is. Nice near mint copy. Newsstand. First black costume. Alright. Next up is an old book. This is Headline Comics #37. I think this is from 1949, if I'm not mistaken. And this features the one and only Jack Kirby photo cover. There he is right there. And that is Joe Simon posing as the police officer. So yeah, I got this at a convention a couple years ago. One of my favorite books in my collection, easily. Alright. Moving along, next up is Journey into Mystery, King Size Annual #1, first appearance of Hercules. Next we have Marvel Premiere #15, first appearance of Iron Fist. And gotta follow that with this one. Luke Cage, Hero for Hire #1, first appearance of Luke Cage, also known as Power Man, although he doesn't become Power Man until I think issue 17. He starts calling himself Power Man. Alright, next up is a really good book to have right now. This is Conan the Barbarian #1, first appearance of Conan. He's got a Netflix series coming up, and this book, I think this book has some legs on it. It's going for quite a bit right now. Anyway, this is a nice high-grade copy of this. Next up, classic Jack Kirby cover, Journey into Mystery #89, starring the mighty Thor, the most colorful superhero of all. Love that Jack Kirby Thor pose there. Next up is The Avengers #8, first appearance of Kang the Conqueror. Next is another Silver Age Marvel book. This is X-Men #12, first appearance of the Juggernaut. Another one of my favorite characters. All right, next is Fantastic Four, number 52, first appearance of the Black Panther. Okay. And next we have Marvel Special Edition featuring the hands of Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. First appearance of Shang-Chi. Nice high-grade copy of that. Another book I bought before it got hot. Got a good deal on it. And next we have another photo cover. Another old Marvel book. This is Black Rider number 8 from 1950, featuring the one and only Stan Lee on the cover, dressed up as the Black Rider. Alright, we are moving into the top 10 now, I believe. Next up is Ultimate Fallout number 4, first appearance of Miles Morales, and this is a CBCS 9.4. There it is right there. Got this for a great deal before this got hot. Also have a couple of raw copies of this. Alright, now we're moving into some big books. Next up, we've got Fantastic Four, number 6. The second appearance of Doctor Doom. I think this is the second Silver Age appearance of Submariner. First Marvel super villain team up. And I got this for a steal on eBay. Most of these Fantastic Four books that I've been showing I got for really good prices before they started getting hot. Okay, got this one for a great price too. Next book is NYX number 3. First appearance of Laura Kinney, X-23. And this is a near mint copy of this book. Alright, next up we have another FF book, number 12. First Hulk versus Thing battle. First time the Hulk meets the Fantastic Four. And this is a nice high-grade copy of this. And also, it's got a really nice-looking date stamp there. Love me a good date stamp. So really happy to have this particular copy in my PC. Alright, next up is a book that I never thought that I would own. Found a good deal on it on eBay and had to grab it. And that is Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, number 1. Low grade copy, but hey, it's a Daredevil 1. First appearance of Matt Murdock. Love this book. Alright, these next two books I'm going to show, most people would probably show them in the opposite order, but I'm going to show this one first. Fantastic Four, number 48. First appearance of the Silver Surfer. First cameo appearance of Galactus. And really, really expensive book right now. Second copy of that. And I'm going to follow that with Fantastic Four, number 49. Most people would say this is the better book, but I like 49 more simply because, in my opinion, it has one of the most amazing covers out of all comics of all time. And this is the first full appearance of Galactus, second appearance of Silver Surfer, and just an awesome, awesome book. I think Jack Kirby really was in the prime of his career during this time period. Alright, down to the second best book in my top 50 already, and that is another Fantastic Four issue, and that is issue number 3. The first appearance of the Fantastic Four's iconic blue costumes. First appearance of the Baxter Building and the Fantastic Car. And also another little fun fact, I just recently heard someone say this on one of their videos. I forget who it was. I wish I could remember, but on this cover, the Human Torch actually has 2 left hands. So there's a fun fact for you. Okay, down to the top book in my collection, and that is The Incredible Hulk, number 181, the first appearance of Wolverine. And geez, another awesome cover. So yeah, so that does it, guys. If you've made it this far, thanks for hanging out with me and watching my video, and I will see y'all next time. Happy hunting, everybody. Bye.